You have been saving for 6 months. You check your investment account. The number is bigger, but barely. You feel like nothing is happening. You feel like the system is broken, like you are doing everything right and getting almost nothing back in return. That feeling is completely normal, and it is also completely misleading. What you are experiencing has a name: the compounding curve. Your brain expects linear progress. You put in effort and expect equal reward. Save $100, men expect $100 of visible progress. But compounding does not work like a straight line. It works like a curve. Specifically, it works like a hockey stick. For years, the curve looks completely flat. Sometimes many years. Almost nothing appears to be happening. The numbers grow so slowly, it feels invisible. Most people quit somewhere in the flat phase. They move the money, spend it, or decide the system does not work, right before everything changes. And then something changes. The curve starts to bend. The growth that was invisible for years suddenly becomes visible, then fast, then extraordinary. Let me show you exactly how this works with real numbers. You invest $1,000 at 7% annual return. Year 1, you earn $70. Underwhelming. Year 5, your account holds $1,402. Still feels slow. Year 10, $2,000 exactly. It took 10 years to double. But watch what happens next. Year 15, $2,700. Year 20, $3,800. Year 25, $5,000, $5,400. Year 30, $7,612. The same 7%, the same original money. But growth in the final 10 years exceeds the entire first 20 years combined. Now scale it up. $500 per month invested at 7% over 30 years produces $1,170,000 total. You personally contributed $180,000. The compounding contributed $990,000, more than 5 times your actual contribution.
But here is what most people miss. To receive the extraordinary result at year 30, you had to survive the boring years at the beginning.
Year 1 through year 7 feel almost completely flat. Most people quit in there, not because the system failed, but because their brain told them it was failing. Patience is not a soft skill in investing. It is the primary technical requirement. Without it, the mathematics of compounding cannot complete their work.
So what do you do when progress feels invisible? First, stop checking your balance every day. Daily checking amplifies the psychological noise.
Second, automate your contributions so the system runs without requiring your emotional participation every single month. Third, understand the math so deeply that you no longer need the emotional reward of short-term visible progress to maintain your behavior. The people who become wealthy through compounding are not those with the highest income. They are the people who understood the curve and stayed consistent long enough. You are not behind. You are not failing. If your investment account looks boring right now, that means the system is working exactly as it should.
The bend is coming. It always comes for the people who stay in the game. The mathematics is not optional. It is inevitable. Here is your action today. Open your investment account. Find out exactly where you are on the compounding curve. Then commit to staying in the game. The single biggest mistake investors make: withdrawing during a market downturn in the flat phase. That withdrawal permanently removes the base needed for future compounding. Compounding is the only financial force in the world that works harder for you every single year without you doing any additional work at all.
Every month you stay invested during the flat phase, you are building the base that will produce extraordinary results in the years you cannot yet see. The compounding curve does not care about your feelings. It does not care about market headlines. It only rewards one thing: time in the market. The bend is coming. It always comes. Stay in the game long enough, and the mathematics of compounding will do the extraordinary work for you.
My Finance Lab. Real financial understanding for real people. Subscribe for a new financial concept every week, explained simply, clearly, and completely.
Let us talk about the real enemy of compounding. It is not the market. It is not inflation. It is your own behavior during the flat phase.
Behavioral mistake 1, panic selling. When the market drops 10%, the instinct is to sell and protect what remains. That instinct is mathematically catastrophic.
Behavioral mistake 2, trying to time the market. Waiting for the perfect moment to invest means missing the compounding days that never come back.
Behavioral mistake 3, investing inconsistently. Contributing $400 some months and $0 other months destroys the compounding base unpredictably.
Each of these 3 behavioral mistakes costs the average investor between $100,000 and $300,000 over a 30-year investing lifetime.
Automation eliminates all 3 mistakes simultaneously. When contributions happen automatically, panic selling, timing, and inconsistency become structurally impossible. Let me show you a real comparison. 2 investors, same income, same monthly contribution. One stays invested for 30, one stops at year 8 and restarts at year 50. The result? Investor A ends with $450,000. Investor B ends with $260,000. A 7-year gap cost nearly $200,000.
Staying invested through the boring years is not passive. It is an active daily decision requiring genuine financial discipline and a deep understanding of the mathematics.
When the flat phase feels unbearable, do this one thing. Look at the 30-year chart instead of your current balance. Your current balance is irrelevant. The trajectory is everything.
The mathematics behind compounding is actually simple. Future value equals present value multiplied by 1 plus the rate, raised to the power of the number of years.
Here's a shortcut every investor should know. The rule of 72. Divide 72 by your interest rate to find how many years your money takes to double. The single most powerful variable in compounding is starting age. Starting at 25 versus starting at 35 is not a 10-year difference. It is a $500,000 difference. The best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Every single day you wait is a compounding day permanently removed from your lifetime total. If you are watching this and have not started investing yet, your action today is simple. Open a brokerage account, set up a recurring monthly contribution, and choose a low-cost index fund.
If you are already investing and feeling frustrated by the flat phase, your action today is equally simple. Do absolutely nothing. Stay the course. The mathematics are working.
Compounding is the closest thing to a financial superpower that ordinary people have access to. It requires no connections, no inheritance, no special knowledge, only time and consistency.
10 years from today, you will either look back and be grateful you understood this, or you will wish someone had shown you this video a decade earlier.
If this explanation changed how you see compounding, share it with one person who needs to hear it. One share could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to someone you care about.
Mike Finance Lab. Subscribe for a new financial concept every single week. The bend is coming. Stay in the game. We will see you in the next video.